Welcome to the Monday Kickoff, everyone. Hope you guys are having an amazing Monday, an amazing start of the week, and welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. As usual, guys, in today's video, we're gonna have a full breakdown of all of the events coming to Raid Shadow Legends this week, and of course, we are going to talk about the next patch, if by any chance we are expecting to have one this week. We're gonna have everyone's favorite game mode starting tomorrow, which of course is Clan versus Clan. This time around, it's not featuring personal rewards, guys. The rewards right here seem to be just pretty casual, nothing too crazy. We're getting crit damage gear and immunity. And we will have, of course, summoning events related to this. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to have a 2x on Soulstones, guys. That won't happen. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, it might be a chance for it to happen, but they haven't announced anything, so I really doubted that it will happen during the Deck of Fate. Which, by the way, came in as a very unpleasant surprise, okay? They absolutely destroyed the scoring system for Soulstones and for everything else. So let me just quickly walk you through it. So these are the rewards right here. The fragments for Freya will be split in like a million different cards. We barely get any other rewards from this event. Another thing that is really disappointing, in this Deck of Fate, you cannot tag a card by the rarity. So I thought that there will be an update that will basically affect every single Deck of Fate in the future. But clearly, this one does not have the tag option. So check this out, guys. Level up and rank up champions. You are literally getting less points than in a champion training tournament or event. They've cut the points down by around 40%, which is pretty damn crazy. So basically, this right here, level up and rank up champions, used to be better than a champion chase tournament and event. You used to get more points. Not by a lot, but you used to get more points. While now you're getting less points than in any other event we've ever had in the game related to champion training tournament. On top of it, the big R.I.P is this one right here. They basically decreased the amount of points you're getting from Soulstones by 40%, okay? Crazy. Let me just put it like that. Absolutely crazy. You're only getting 60 points for a small one, you're getting 600 for a medium, and you're getting 3000 for a big one. In a regular Deck of Fate, you used to get 100 for the small ones, a 1000 or 1200 for a medium one, and you used to get 5000 or 4500 in some cases, I think, for the big one. And they've really killed the entire vibe of the Deck of Fate event with this. I feel like it was really unnecessary, okay? I can still complete it. I'm not complaining for myself. I'm complaining for the rest of you guys out there that are really put in a bad spot because they've changed the scoring system so much, you know? Leaving all that on the side, guys. In terms of other events that we still have going on related to the Fusion, we have an Artifact Enhancement event, a Dungeon Diver event, and of course, we do have a few different tournaments. Now, this week, by the looks of it, at least not yet, we're not going to have a Sand Devil Necropolis tournament. We have the Classic Arena, the Spider Tournament, the Tag Arena Tournament. And if you are going for the Fusion, if you're not going for the Fusion, I would still suggest you to try and get done at least the Arena ones and the easier ones, just to collect some additional fragments that can be basically transformed into this type of chests. At least that's what I'm doing. I'm definitely not planning to get the Fusion done, so whatever fragments I'm going to get from here, they will become chests, and try to get fragments for the other legendary, basically, you know? If by any chance you haven't completed your clan quests just yet, I actually still need to pick one more. Make sure you guys check them out and do it if you haven't done it just yet. If you need to purchase anything from the clan shop, make sure you guys do it. We have a legendary skill tome this week. We have the silver, but nothing else really interesting in the clan shop. If by any chance you have your weekly or monthly reset set for the bazaar at the beginning of the week, guys, like the energy, the ancient shard, or maybe void shard, or sacred shard, or the charms, make sure you guys keep an eye on that as well. The new avatar frame, guys, costs 50,000 gold bars, okay? Yes, it's a one-time thing. Maybe in the future I'm gonna get it, but at the moment I'm not a massive fan of the frames. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I feel like even this one from Live Arena, that crown just comes outside of the avatar, and it just doesn't look right. They should kind of like mold it in a way where it kind of looks like that crown is actually sitting on the head and it's not just some flying freaking UFO or something, because that's how it looks at the moment. It really looks pretty damn bad. Now, leaving all that on the side, I quickly just want to go over the player and play calendar. Nothing interesting in here just yet. At least I haven't noticed anything when I just looked at it before. We do have this hero path, but we have absolutely no information about what else we have in here. Are we gonna get the soul for this champion? I would strongly recommend you do not get the soul for this champion, even if you have the resources, unless you're a Kraken and you're planning to complete all of the events, just because you can. But honestly, just don't bother with it, okay? And most likely we're gonna have some different events next week. I'm expecting to see a Prism Crystal event, maybe for Odin. I'm not 100% sure, but we might have one starting next week, Monday or Tuesday. Nothing else interesting in here, guys. Keep in mind, the Halloween is pretty much around the corner. We're definitely going to have a Halloween fusion. I can't guarantee you that that champion is going to be better than this one, or not. I'm not 100% sure, but you might want to start saving up resources for it. So basically, that's kind of like what I'm doing with my shards at the moment. I'm just piling them up. With the voids, I'm just basically waiting for the 15x progressive chance on Eostrid, which, by the way, is not on this CVC. So let me just quickly walk you through what champions we have this CVC, guys. I'm quickly gonna bring it up on the screen for whoever is curious to see the whole list. We do have some pretty interesting champions, to be honest with you guys. Some solid champions, I would say, in some cases, especially Void champions. We do have the new champion from the Sylvan Watchers that counters Armans, right? But let me just quickly give you a couple of ideas on how to build these champions. So starting with the new deadly weapon, Caoilte the Ash Arrow. I'm 100% butchering his name. He actually has pretty good damage, especially if the turn meter will get basically manipulated on your allies. This skill right here attacks one enemy 2 times. Bang. If the initial target is killed, you're gonna attack the enemy with the lowest HP. Ignores unkillable and block damage, which is very nice. This is an AoE skill, which is not bad. He's gonna place unkillable on himself if he kills somebody. But the main thing is the passive. This is how the passive works. When Armans tries to stun him or to do whatever to drop the turn meter, he's instantly going to put immunity, basically cancelling the stun and taking an instant turn to kill Armans. As simple as that. Now, of course, every champion has counters, and Armans can instead polymorph this champion in live arena, but for classic arena, the AI does not work like that, okay? So if you want to build him, do not build him in Stone Skin if you want to counter Armans. Savage, Lethal, Merciless, any of those crazy sets. Then we have Nekmo Thaar. Nekmo Thaar is still a very solid champion for the Hydra clan boss. If you're looking at a mid-tier team, right? Not teams that really absolutely destroy the Hydra clan boss in terms of damage. Is absolutely not a bad champion whatsoever. You're getting the speed aura, you're getting turn meter boost, you're getting increased speed, you're getting decreased speed, you're getting leech, you're getting decreased attack. Building him for the Hydra clan boss will be very nice on a curse set, will be very nice even on a provoke set, but is not going to be as reliable as you might think. And you can pair him really, really nice with an Inquisitor Shamael, put Nekmo Thaar in the lead, you know, and constantly have him use some of his skills. Now, you can use him in the Lizard team for Arena. If you don't have Lazarius, you can run Nekmo Thaar as the turn meter booster. You have the speed lead. He has a 30% turn meter boost, which is absolutely insane. The only problem with him is that his base speed is not as great. So it's going to be a bit harder for you to take him to the next level, but is 100% a viable strategy. Then we have Lyssandra. I actually like Lyssandra for the Dark Fae. I'm not really using her anywhere else, to be honest. I know some people try to use her in Live Arena, in Classic Arena. It just doesn't really end up as well in the high-end arena. In the lower tiers, she's still very solid. The Queen of the Turn Meter. That's how we used to call her before. Very good speed aura for all battles. Energize is a very strong skill that increases the turn meter, decreases the turn meter on the enemies, gives you increased speed. This one fully decreases the the thermometer on a target enemy. You can build Lyssandra either on full speed gear, either on pinpoint, either on perception, sorry. You just want to basically get a lot of speed and accuracy on the champion. Then we have Grand Oak Padraig. He's actually a very solid one, super powerful for the Hydra clan boss, very good for dungeons, even for arena. There are people using him in live arena. His speed aura is only for dungeons, but of course, if you have a different speed lead, and if you can build him fast enough, because he does have a pretty good base speed, you're going to get either the ally attack, either you're going to get the thermometer boost and the increased speed, which can act as a thermometer booster, right? And the A1 has a chance to decrease the cooldown of a random ally skill. Now, for Hydra, you can build him on a reflex. That's one of the best builds. Relentless can be a very, very good build. And of course, for arena, you're going to want to give him full speed to make him extremely, extremely fast. You don't really need accuracy on this champion or anything like that. Then we have this dwarf. I'm not the biggest fan of this champion. I don't have her. I'm not impressed by her kit, to be honest with you guys. I do get the idea that it's nice to basically revive and have an ally attack instantly with this skill, but I just feel like she comes a bit short if we're comparing her with the rest of the big revivers that we have in the game, you know? So, yes, you can make some Fire Knight team with her. I'm not saying you cannot, but is that enough to really call this champion a Void Legendary? I don't really think so, right? So I'm not a big fan of her, but I know a lot of you guys will have her, and you will have to make the most out of her. So increase speed, continuous heal, you're getting thermometer boost, and as I was mentioning before, she does have a speed aura for all battles. She can be used as a thermometer booster, especially in the siege mode. If you need that champion to give you that extra push, to have the revive, to have a bit of support, she's actually not going to be bad in some teams, right? So keep that in mind. Then we have Togron the Conjoined. He's an Ogryn tribe, right? Yeah, Togron. I actually used Togron in the siege versus only Ogryn tribes team, and just because I was not able to outspeed the enemy, he's giving you a speed aura for all battles 20%, and you're gonna get the thermometer boost with increased accuracy and a cleanse, which is actually very nice. Then you have the heal, you have the increased speed on all allies, you have the continuous heal, the A1 with the buff spread, the passive. So he's not a bad champion, but again, he's not a super strong champion. A lot of people were using him in the Hydra clan boss. I feel like generally he's doing a pretty good job as a support champion. He's not OP, busted or anything like that, but he's not a bad champion. Then guys, moving on to Wednesday, because Wednesday we're gonna have different champions, starting with Staltus Dragonbane. Awesome champion. As a nuker, you can build him on Savage if you want. You can build him on Savage plus Stone Skin for Arena. One double hit right here with a stun. Another AoE attack with increased defense and decreased crit damage and decreased speed on the enemies. The passive makes him immune to weaken and decreased defense plus poisons. What else you want? If you want to run him, for example, in the Dragon Slayer, even in Stone Skin, he's still going to deflect all of the poisons back to the dragon. You can run him on a regeneration set or anything that will keep him alive, basically, to get the job done in the Dragon Slayer, you know. Pretty solid champion. Then we have Valkyrie. Valkyrie, she's still one of the best counterattack champions. In my opinion, the best counterattack champion now in the game is Alice, which, yeah, you can justify that. But she does have a very thick shield. I still love her passive, the Jealousy, decreasing the thermometer for all of the buffs, you know. With the A1, she can decrease the thermometer, and she can deal a bit of damage as well. So it really depends where you're planning to use her, you know. To be honest, I have mine built on Savage, and I'm using her in the Curse City, and I'm using her only there at the moment. Only there. I was just trying to think if I'm using her anywhere else, but I'm not even using her in Faction Wars. But she's a strong champion, don't get me wrong. Then we have Lady Kimi. I actually recently made a video with Big Papa Drock on a value surge on some of the champions. I know the video is not live yet, but it will come in a few days. Lady Kimi being one of the champions that we had on the list because of the pinpoint set. So basically, she will bring a lot of debuffs. She will bring buffs. She will bring you the thermometer. She has the passive that manipulates the thermometer even more. But she really has an issue with polymorph, right? So now with the pinpoint set, she's actually going to be much, much better. So if you're wondering how to build her, pinpoint, speed, perception, basically you want to get a lot of speed on her, or even a feral set if you have that available. Then we have Eostrid Dream Song. She was a fusion. A lot of people absolutely hated this champion. Just so after they can say, oh my god, she's actually really good. Oh my god, she's actually really good. Now I'm seeing her being used in live arena in Gold 4. I'm seeing her being used in tons and tons of different Hydra teams. Speed aura for arena battles only. Then you have the increased speed, increased attack. You're getting Thermitter. Extra turn, which will allow you to put increased speed. Weaken. Decrease the Thermitter. And the A1 has a chance to sleep. Then you have the passive, which gives you a heal for the Thermitter manipulation. Very nice champion. Now, for the Hydra clan boss, to be honest with you guys, you have a couple of different options. You can even get damage out of her. You can even go with Reflex. You can even go with Relentless plus Merciless. You can even go with a Curse set plus Merciless. You have tons of different options on how to build this champion. Of course, you're going to need speed, accuracy, and you can even give her a bit of damage. I remember I was really surprised to see what sort of damage she was dropping in my Hydra team. Then, Yncensa Grail Bearer. Absolutely amazing champion, and I feel like people are just not giving her enough credit. With A1, AoE attack with decreased attack, and you are going to basically ally attack with the ally that has the highest crit damage. You're going to put a Poison Cloud and increase speed and continuous heal on a target ally and fill the Thermitter by 50%. Defense down and weaken and will ignore block buffs. And you have the passive, which again is definitely not bad. You have the accuracy aura. Now you want to build this champion either on a curse set for the Hydra clan boss, either you want to build her on 9-piece protection. Kind of like get the most out of the buffs, right? Pretty solid champion. And we have a Warlord. Warlord is still one of the freaking goats, man. I feel like this champion is as old as freaking Flintstone, and he's still the goat, okay? This skill is just so freaking powerful. And I remember, Warlord got a buff in the past, okay? He actually got a buff, and everybody was like, what the heck? Do we actually need to buff Warlord? Decrease the Thermitter, puts the enemy skills on maximum cooldown. Very nice. You're getting the shield, the healing, the immunity, the A1, which has a chance to increase the duration of debuffs, resistance, aura. And yes, as I mentioned, he is a very, very strong champion. That was all for this video, guys. Personally, I am not going to summon for any of these champions. Not because they suck, but because I pretty much have everyone except Caoilte, the Ash Arrow. And honestly, I just don't have the shards to go for him. And I want to save resources for the Halloween Fusion. And just in case if they're planning to make a guaranteed on any champions in the near future. But as usual, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Really disappointed with Platinum for putting that Deck of Fate in the way they've done it. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.